getting your exercise.
Alright, that ought to work. We're gonna have to cut a hole down through there.
I know.
Mess.
So Hilo, what do you think this ought to be titled?
I think it should be titled Old Man Whacking Down Weeds.
All right. Well, we'll see what the producer does with that. So did you pick this box on purpose, Scott?
What?
I just noticed this.
What?
Speed Queen.
This box. This thing weighs like
Tell us about the box, Scott.
weighs like 40 pounds.
How much you like that box?
I do.
Well, it's blue.
Scott's favorite box right here.
My dad doesn't like blue.
What do we got here? Alright, so we're back. This is the cartridge I love to hate, 308 Winchester. Always incredibly accurate. I mean, it just does everything right except for kill stuff. I mean, it doesn't really kill stuff all that great. Deer, antelope, all that stuff, yes. This is a Bat VR. This is a Bat VR. This is a 342 neck. It will take factory ammo, and that's indeed what it's built for. This is Hawkins bottom metal with a Accuracy International detachable box, and this stuff is nice.
How many rounds that box hold?
The box will hold 5. They make 10 ones too. They actually make more than that, I think. This is a Macmillan A3. I think this is McWalnut, not McWoody. I'm not certain. And I'll look this up in a second. I think this has a Bartlein barrel on it. It's big diameter. I think this is inch 300 or inch 325. Again, a Bat VR. This has got my old Premier scope on it. No brake, no nothing. If I can get that protector off. Nice crown. I have high hopes for this gun. This is not a customer gun. Get it? This is not a customer gun, so it could be. Okay? Yeah, it's not a customer gun. So, okay, so there's that 308 Winchester. And we're going to do, if we have time today, we're going to do something we don't normally do. Normally when I bring 308 Winchesters out, and I have this with me, I shoot Federal. Vicky, go ahead and get them boxes down there. I shoot Federal 168 grain Sierra Match Kings, gold medal. It'll shoot it. I have also Federal 175 grain gold medal Sierra Match Kings. It'll shoot it. But I also have everything to do load work with it. In other words, I got all the prepared brass, all the primers. I have everything. So much crap. But we'll have to see whether or not we can get to that today. Now this is a customer gun. This is going to Wyoming. This is actually a friend of a friend that's got a whole bunch of my guns over there. This is a Bat HR 7 rem mag, 315 neck. It'll take factory ammo. That's the, you know, we use that same reamer, not the same one, but that same reamer. I mean, we've had such good luck with this 315 neck and shooting factory ammo. This is a Macmillan HTG. This is Hawkins bottom metal. That, oh, I don't even know what. Yeah, that's a Huber trigger in that too. This is a Huber trigger 2-stage. I think this might be a Krieger. I'm not sure. I'll have to look on it. But you know, more of a lightweight gun. Now I want to say something about this. Sometimes these guys get ahead of themselves and they buy things before they ever even contact me or anything. For this gun, this is our light gun, what we call our light gun. Given a choice, I like to put Schmidt Bender straight 10 power on it. That's like my most favorite scope for a light gun, and I actually own 2 of those. They're excellent scopes, just absolutely excellent scopes. They're normal. I've showed it on videos before. They're 30mm tube. It's a normal. They're actually smaller than this, smaller scope than this. They're relatively light compared for any other Schmidt Bender. They track awesome. They got a mil-dot reticle in them. For just a straight hunting gun, you just can't beat it. I mean, if I'm walking out the door and I can only have one gun and one scope, that's the scope I'm taking. They're indestructible. The only negative is they don't have parallax adjustment in them. But again, it's a straight 10 power. You can, that will cover every shot you'd ever want to take, deer or elk, even antelope, out to 700 yards. After that, things start to look small. Elk don't, but deer start to look small on a 10 power after that. But this guy, let me see, I gotta find what I'm looking for. There it is, right here. This guy got ahead of himself, in my opinion. But you know, people can choose whatever they want. I mean, I'm not going to be that dogmatic.
Hold it in the sunlight, would you?
So yeah, so this is what he chose to put on here. So can you see it?
Yep.
So anyways, this is a Loophole 3-18 by 50. This is the VX6 HD. I've been messing around with it, looking through it. You know, I haven't shot it yet, but you know what? It's a pretty nice scope. It really is. And these scopes have twin erector springs in them. Because whenever I have a chance, all right, I can't actually show you, but if you have when it's not on the gun, if you have the right flashlight and you know how to do it, you can look down inside these scopes and you can see all the mechanics that are inside it. And this thing has 2 heavy-duty springs at about the, I don't know, about the 4 and the 7 o'clock position. So that internal tube, instead of just having one spring, you know, it's got a lot more contact. So, and these have a history of tracking and being repeatable. And,
is that something new Leopold's done?
no, they've had it for quite a while.
Okay.
That's something else. That, you know, this is kind of a shame because years ago, I'm talking like 40 years ago, I used to use a lot of loopholes. So I've used 4s, straight 4s, straight 6s. I own a couple of those straight 6s. Straight 8s, straight, I don't know if I ever had 10s, straight 12s, and straight 16s. I've had all them over the years. They were excellent scopes. Just there's nothing in them. It's basically a telescope. It's a telescope with a reticle. There's nothing to break, right? There is no variables, none of that stuff. They work really good. I still have a couple of the, and they still make them, the 6 power by 42 millimeter objective. I still have a few of those. That's not even an expensive scope. You can get one brand new right now for less than 400 bucks. And again, if you didn't have a lot of money and you wanted a lightweight scope and you just want to put something on there, gonna pretty much be bulletproof, serve you forever, not a bad deal, really. But the thing is, Leupold, for some reason, market demand, you know, they eliminated all of those straight power scopes that I just mentioned. They're all gone.
What kind of reticle do they put in those straight powers?
In the straight 6?
Yeah.
They put just a regular plex in it, a duplex, whatever, and I think they put the Boone and Crockett in it too.
Okay.
So you get a little bit of holdover points. But again, I shot a ton of game with those straight 6 powers. I really wish they would bring some of those back. I'll tell you what was really nice on varmint guns was that straight 12. The straight 16 too, for shooting prairie dogs, groundhogs, stuff like that. That was a nice scope. And they also made the Mark IVs. I had straight 16s in the Mark IVs, and we had a straight, everybody's gonna call BS on this, we had a straight 20 Ultra, an original Ultra with a dot in it. And again, that's too long of a story to go in. Yes, the FBI never did come, but and we don't know where it came from. We didn't steal it, okay? That's all I'll say about that. But all of those scopes, Leupold really used to make some nice stuff. They still do. But, I always get off track. So I want to show you something, though. I have a big problem with this specific scope. So I don't know if you can see this. Look right here. From where the taper ends on the, or begins or ends on the bell here, to the turrets, look how small of a tube length you have. So, and you got some back here. This is not an issue. You notice normally, look over here, if you can see that. We're normally using Badger Max 50 rings. Those are a 6-screw ring, 3 on a side, right? That is my preferred ring by far and away. Well, that's on 34 millimeter tube. They make that same ring for 30, but I tried it. I tried all the rings I have at the shop. I could not get any of them to work. And even then, I hope this guy's at least as tall as I am, because when I measure, I normally measure, I hook the tape measure right here, and I measured right here. For most normal guys, normal American height guys, weight guys, I like to see 11 1/4 to 11 1/2 inches from there to there. I found that depending on whatever the eye relief is, I've found that works like crazy.
That's what, 13?
Yes, this is more like 12, 12 1/2. But there was nothing I could do. You know what I mean? I ran out of options for the rail and stuff. The other thing is, you got to have enough room, see? If I move that back there, I'm going to be right up against the power ring. And I don't want to be that close. And here's the other thing. It's not the only place I ran out of room. I don't know if you can see this. Look at the clearance. Mm-hmm. Can you see the clearance here?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't go back any further. So this scope, because of the actual physical dimensions of the scope that he picked, again, I didn't pick this, he picked this.
So the next option would be go to a higher ring, which is
right, which I don't want to.
Right.
I want it as low as possible because, you know, this is supposed to be the lightweight hunting gun.
Yep.
And this whole gun, that scope's not very heavy. This whole gun right now maybe weighs under 9 for sure, 8, probably 8 something. So, you know, it's a decent gun. And like I said, I like this scope, but it definitely created some problems. Because like Wilson just said, if I go to the next higher one to get this back, I mean, the next higher one's like, I think it's over 1/8 of an inch higher, and I didn't want to do that. And again, these are Badgers, and they're really good. I mean, it's a 4-screw ring, but it just wasn't ideal. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is different guns, different receivers, different stocks, different rings, all that stuff, it all has to work together. It has to coordinate to end up with the scope being as low as you can get it and to the exact right eye relief. Because when you throw it up, you should just look right through it, right?
So
and for
this
me,
is really a bit of a case of getting the cart before the horse.
Exactly.
Get the gun set up,
Right.
know what you want, then figure out the scope.
Right, and that's the other thing that I'm trying to communicate here is, you know, we've been doing this so long, I have a pretty good idea what is compatible with what else, right? And what will work, and I don't know all the things that won't work. Because like that, this is the first one of these that's been in my shop, right? So I didn't know, but as soon as I took it out of the box and I saw that real short tube there, I'm like, oh, that's a problem. And you got to realize how much of a problem that could be if you didn't have a rail. because you know this rail gives me a lot of leeway. If you were just locked in, say with like traditional like two-piece anything, two-piece Model 70, two-piece Remy, you'd have a hard time.
And this is integral rail, correct?
Right. Yep. Integral rail on a bat receiver. So anyways, we're going to shoot this first, and we're going to start out with factory ammo. If it just punches one hole, we'll quit with it. I have hand loads too, but we'll just wait and see. Then we're going to go on to that. We will start with that federal gold medal, and then we'll see what it does. Again, if it shoots one hole, maybe we won't even get to the hand loads. One other thing I wanted to mention before we go on this part. Everybody's been, not everybody, but people have been sending me emails, and people, some of the guys I'm in touch with, they're like, well, why no videos? Why no videos? All right, this is interesting. Everybody thinks of Idaho, and they think like Santa Claus, North Pole, dog sleds, downhill skiing, all this stuff. You know, one of the things people don't realize is it gets hot here. Really, really hot. Where we live in Lewiston, I have saw on my truck thermometer, I think the highest I've ever seen is like maybe 126. It gets hot. And so it has not been under 90 degrees. What do you figure, Wilson? Probably at least 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
At least 6 weeks. We've not had a single day under 90 degrees. And I won't bring brand new guns out and shoot them when it's that hot. I mean, can you do it? Yes. I don't think it's a good idea. Because heat is the enemy of guns. It just is. It's hard on barrels. So today, it's going to be more reasonable. It's supposed to be maybe low 80s. So we're going to give it a shot. Right now, it's fairly calm. We'll see. All right, guys.
What are you doing here?
I gotta get some more adjustment. I didn't have enough. I couldn't bore side it. So which way do I gotta go? Tight there, so. Alright, how does this work? It only drops in at one point. Vicky, get the box.
Uh-oh. Instructions?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Will it? Oh, maybe you can, let's see, which way? Maybe you can lock it down. Right, okay. Let's see. Can you lock it down wherever you want to lock it down? Probably. And of course, I gotta go to the... Oh no, that helped. Okay. Our new truck has so much technology in it. When I just changed the oil as soon as we got back. Alright, wrong way. Now, what's going on here? A minute ago that was spinning free.
What's the silver button?
That's to lock it. Okay, why did it do that? What is going on? Oh wait, did I rotate it enough that that's not the one? Right. Did I? Yes, I did. God, I'm like an idiot. Alright, now, so, let's get me about to here again. Work?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
How would you say?
Yeah, it works. I'm just doing a little test here to see. Yeah, it doesn't work great. Believe it or not, the scope worked better.
It does not what? Back! Back! A little bit more. Back! Okay, put a rock on it.
That was a hard crack.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to see the bullet holes.
Get them. Go ahead and turn that on.
Yep, I'm live.
Okay, guys, so are you running? Are we up and going? All right, so I said I didn't know and I would look it up. So this has a Krieger 1 in 8.75. We used to use always 1 in 9, but I've been kind of going that quarter twist faster, so if the guys want to use a bullet heavier than 180s, might get away with it, right? So anyways, and yes, this is inch 300 at the breech, 700 at the muzzle. This had been a 29-inch blank. I don't know where I cut it. It's 277, 284 internal dimensions. And again, those can vary, by the way. You can request what you want. It's a 4-groove, and this is called a 3-inch cylinder. The straight section, I custom order that also. It's normally 2 3/4 off of the standard contour, and this barrel has been cryoed. And it does have Badger rings. That's a Macmillan HTG. Again, he chose these colors. That is 70% olive, 30% black. And by the way, this is a repeater. This is a repeater. All right, so all I'm going to do is, to get on the paper, to bore sight it, this is Remington Corlock 175 grain, whatever. This is just to get on the paper. And of course, I can't even get the box on. Okay. So by the way, we bore sighted off camera.
I just want to make sure you have ear protection on.
Oh yeah, right.
You have.
And we don't have the chronograph set up until we get on the paper. Oh yeah, too. And we didn't show this on camera, but even with a brand new gun, we cleaned it. Now we just used cano coil. We ran a bunch of patches through it, make sure there's nothing in there. And of course, then I bore sighted it, make sure there's nothing in there. So we should be ready to go here. All right, so let's see how we did. Wow. Again, I wish you could see that. So we are dead center, 1 inch left. Here, wait.
Hold
Let me get it
still,
lined
I'll
up.
get it.
Okay, see if you can see that. You've definitely been doing this too long. All right.
No.
So we got
it's interesting.
You can't see it?
The other scope, this is different. I'm seeing another feature in there.
You're still running, right? All right, so anyways, it was dead elevation perfect, 1 inch left. So I'm gonna click it over. Again, put the crosshairs on your original point of aim and click to the bullet hole. By the way, MOA scope. We do not like MOA, okay? We do mil. But again, it's his scope, he chose it. All right, so, hey, Vicky. Hey,
Yes.
please move the chronograph in the way. Okay, the bolt's open. So now we'll get some readings. Oh, way over here. Whoa. Close, straighten it up. Whoa, back that way here. Little bit more, little wee bit more. Okay, right there is not bad. It's gonna have to lower it. Wait a minute, you won't have to lower it if I'm going to the tall target. Rotate it this way, just a little bit. Now move the whole thing that way about 1 inch. Okay, now you got to take the front that way. Just the front. Whoa, that'll work. Go ahead, put your weight on it. All right, so hey Vicky, the camera's running down range, right?
Yes.
Right now. All right, so we're gonna go to 100. Okay. Okay, we are 2 inches right, about 2 inches high. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a group right there before I mess with the adjustments. Just see what we have. And then we'll stop, clean the gun. 2847 factory ammo. Almost touching, not quite. Can you see? $28.10. Starting to get some wind. Not pretty. Not bad, but not pretty.
Looks about like 1.25 inches or so.
About 1.25 inches. 28.21. So I'll quit with this. Oh wait, first I'm gonna zero up. So same thing. Put it on the point of impact, click to the bullet holes. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it down just a little. Here comes the wind. All right, so we zeroed up. I won't try this. Hey, Vicky. Run down and change target. Take radios with you. You don't have to do it right now, next time. All right. So I can just tell though, just from that, it's gonna shoot. No doubt about it. It put 2 of them almost touching and then put 1 a little bit away. Thing is, are you still running? So factory ammo, see, this is part of the deal. So you had a high of 28.47 and a low of 28.10. So that's 37 feet a second. That's pretty big spread. For hand loads, that would be huge. All right, so let's clean it. Are you still running?
I am. You want me to kill it?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So remember, use your bore guide, and remember, we include a bore guide with every gun. We're about the only people that do that anymore, at least that I know of. So I ran Barnes CR10 in it. Pretty dirty for 4 shots. You know, and I don't know, just let that go. You see, watch it run out. I mean, when I do this, am I wasteful? Yes, I'm wasteful. The idea is, though, that I really want it coated in there. And the only reason we're using Barnes CR10 as compared to, you know, Butch's Bore Shine, Shooter's Choice, is because Barnes CR10 works fast. It's aggressive, and that's why we're using it. There's lots of really good cleaners, lots and lots nowadays, but all the old standbys, they work great, they're just not fast. And I don't use sweets anymore. Years ago, I used to, at my first house that I ever owned, I had a 100-yard shooting range there also, and I had a setup where I could shoot out of the garage. Wow, look at the blue. Okay, and I had a setup where you could shoot out of the garage. And in Pennsylvania, you know, there used to be, I think Pennsylvania used to be, I think they put 1.5 million hunters in the woods on the first day of deer season. It was like an army of orange. You couldn't believe how many people there were. Well, anyway, so everybody shoots, right? And everybody needs their gun sighted in. So I had a shooting range and a reloading room. So they would all bring me their guns to mount scopes, you know, do all kind of stuff to them. And so I got, you know, tons of experience shooting all kind of guns. And I forget why I started to tell you this.
Well, we're cleaning something. Was it to do with cleaning?
Yeah, it might have been. I can't remember. Oh, yes, that's exactly right. Thanks. I had China virus a year ago, and I'm telling you, it messed up my brain. It really did.
We're gonna have to cut that part out.
No, you can leave that on there. Stinking China. I had the China sickness, right? We'll blank out the VI. Anyways, I used to use sweets in the black bottle. That's the nasty stuff. In factory guns that had horrible barrels. Some of them guys that bring in a gun to me, I bet it was never cleaned in 30 years. There's copper in there. You could shine a flashlight in and it looked like the yellow brick road, right? No, it was bad. So I would use sweets on that stuff. But when we got into good high quality barrels, Kriegers and Bartlands and Bruxes, I don't use that. I don't use that bad aggressive stuff in these good barrels. But if you've got a gun at home that's really bad, using sweets, boy, let's just say it'll take it out. Look, and again, this is only 4 shots.
Not unexpected in a new barrel, though, right?
No, and you never know. See, that's just the thing. Sometimes, well, you've been here with a whole bunch of them. Sometimes they clean up immediately. Sometimes 5-10 shots, they clean up. The worst ever, I think I've said this on camera. Like I had a gun one time, I think I put 75 rounds through it and it wouldn't clean up and it wouldn't clean up. Now here's the crazy thing. When it did, it completely stopped fouling, just like stopped. And guess what? It was an extremely accurate gun. It wasn't just a so-so, it was very accurate. So I don't know if you had one that went to 100 shots and it still didn't clean up, there's probably something wrong. Because that was my worst case scenario. Okay, it's starting to get better already. A little bit. We'll do one more. One thing I want to always say too, guys are always worried, like they want me to put brakes on 7 mags. So you see me sitting there, those are factory ammo, 175 grain, there's no recoil. I mean, it's more than a 243, but and this is a light gun. I mean, you don't need a brake. Why put a brake on a 7 mag? I really don't like brakes on anything till you get at least up to 300 Winchester. And even then, if you can get away with it, I'd prefer not to. But when you have 210 grain bullets, it's borderline. All right, look. It's getting better each and every time. You see that?
That's a lot better.
So I'm going to run one more, and then we'll run the cano oil through it, and then we'll go back to factory ammo. The wind's coming up. Uh-oh. Wow. There, look, almost no blue. Okay, so run the cano oil through it. Okay. I shake too now. Do you notice that? I didn't used to shake. A year ago, before I had that, I didn't shake. Not at all. I've talked to so many people that have, one more patch please, residual issues from that thing. Okay, that's good. Now, reach up in there. Oh, pull your bore guide. Reach up in there. Clean that out. Dry it all out. Wipe your rails on the way back. Clean the top of the trigger off. See, I mean, it gets pretty dirty. Could you hold that, please, just for a second? You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Now, down here, and again, I've showed this a million times, but put a little bit of grease on the back of your lug. Just a little. It's just to keep them from galling, because it's, you know, this is a bat receiver. There's close tolerances in here. Put a little bit. A lot of times I just smear it around again on your camming surface. That's the primary extraction, and then there's a camming surface right here. That's where the caulking piece rides back up to recock it whenever you when you lift the bolt. So when you lift it, that thing goes back up that ramp, and that's actually, Bruce, pay attention. I'm giving you kudos here. So that is not just you should know this, it's a curve with a helix on it. If you actually look at it, we'll take this back apart. So it goes like this, but there's also an angle on it. You get what I'm saying? In other words, not just an angle like this, where it just bumps into it. It actually rolls around there when it comes. So it's actually, that's a fairly hard piece of machining, isn't it? Here, look.
Definitely CNC work.
See, look, see how there's an angle on it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just this angle, there's an angle like this too, like that. So that nose of that, see, that nose is round, and that nose rides in that back up over there to go into the cock position. By the way, you know, I'm not going to do it because it's greasy, but all you do is turn that half a turn and that firing pin will come back out. Don't ever grab it and turn it the other way, because then it goes into the fired position, and then you got to be a fairly strong dude to just grab it with your hands and recock it. They do make a tool, but I don't have it. If I get any older, I'm probably going to need it.
Well, if you don't get older, you won't need it.
Well,
that means you'll be dead.
Maybe I'll be doing something else by then. Right. Yeah, I might be dead. So I don't have to get any older, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to put, let's see. I don't even know if I want to use these. These are 150s.
Do you have some other premiums?
Oh no, I got good ammo with me, but I'll just put one of these in the dirt. Maybe we'll shoot a group.
Oh,
these
for fouling.
Right, these are 150s. Whoa. There, back with that. Right, for a fouling shot. So these are going to go a whole lot faster. I'm just going to put it in the dirt down there. I'll go right over the rock on the box, okay? Oh wait, plugs and muffs. You covered up?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put one in that dirt hill right above that rock. Matter of fact, there's a rock right there. I'm gonna try to hit that rock. Wow. Vaporized it.
What was our speed? 2863.
You know, 2863. So I might as well shoot a group with it. We build tons of 7 mags. You realize how good of a cartridge a 7 mag is, especially if you're shooting, say, 175s or 180s. So you can get, say, 2,900 feet a second. You got a 175 or 180 grain bullet. It hits hard. Not as hard as a 33XC, but there's no recoil. So it's kind of like, it's just a really good cartridge. I mean, think about it. I think it was 1962 is whenever they, and it's still like, if you look at the reloading die sales, 7 mag is almost always in the top 5, still. And that's 60 years ago. It's a good cartridge, is what I'm trying to say.
We're going to have to cut all that out. You know how arrogant the 7 mag guys are? That's
He's
the
talking,
best round ever.
I can't hear. You tell him into the camera. The point is, again, I don't think 7 mag is an elk cartridge. But again, if an elk gets hit with a 175 grain core lock going 2,900 feet a second in the right spot, it's a dead elk, right? Again, I don't want to try breaking shoulders and stuff. The deal is, how could you hardly have a better all-round cartridge, right? Because there's no recoil. All right, I'm going to the target, 100 yards. So far, by the way, I'm liking the scope, the actual shooting part of it. It's pretty clear, it's pretty dang bright, and the reticle's not bad. I don't like MOA, but other than that, it seems pretty good. All right, going to the 100 yards. We're starting to get wind. Right where it's supposed to be, 2878. Who knows how old these are? Look how they're all corroded and everything. I don't know how long I've had these. All right. Wow, about an inch away. $28.77. And almost touching the other one. So again, that's just typical factory ammo. $28.78. So actually that had pretty good numbers for factory ammo. 78, 77, 78. That's pretty decent. All right, so we'll quit with that. Hey Vicky, change the target please. And we'll clean it again. Wait a minute, let me take off my earplugs. Yes.
We were talking off camera a little bit. What do you think about these Leopold scope covers?
I actually think it's pretty good. I like the way that just flips up, and they're magnetic.
Yeah. They
got rare earth magnets in them. And this one's got the little button on the back. I like it.
And these are aluminum, aren't they?
Yes, I think they are.
Yeah, they're not plastic. They're aluminum, anodized aluminum.
Yep.
I like them too. I haven't used them in the field, but I thought they did a nice job.
Wow. I don't know what that is. Yes, I like it. So overall, you got to realize, again, my choice would have been a straight 10 Schmidt Bender. Kind of close in price. You can get that Schmidt Bender for about $1,900, somewhere in that range, right? This was about, I think, 16 or 17, somewhere in there, 1,800. Reasonable. But then the next one I would have stepped up to is the Collis 3 to 18. I would have put a Collis 3 to 18 on it, but it's bigger. It isn't bigger this way. It may even be shorter this way. It gives you more tube room, which is important to me, but the turrets are taller because it's a true clicking scope, the Collis. But then when you go to that Collis, you're almost into the $3,000 range, somewhere right in there. So, you know, for what this is so far, not bad. Not bad at all.
While you had your ears in, I was just giving the 7 Mag guys a little bit of grief, just joking around a little bit. I said you shouldn't have said how great it was because, you know, they're pretty arrogant anyway. They think it's the greatest cartridge in the world.
Yeah.
Someone knows who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
I'm just having a little fun. It's a good round.
No, really, it is. It's a good all-round round. But to me, it's not if you're a dedicated elk hunter, you need a bigger gun. Again, we've had this conversation a million times. I don't know where I'm at now in the total amount of elk that I've actually saw killed. In other words, that I've killed, that Vicky's killed, that my friend Doug, all the different people. In other words, it's getting to be a lot, like up around 50 or more maybe. I really truly believe that elk cartridges start at 338 Win Mag. 338 Win Mag with 250 grain bullets, and then they go up from there. If you're a dedicated, I'm gonna go kill the biggest bull in the woods elk hunter. Can you kill them with 7 mag? Heck yeah, I have. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not optimum in my opinion.
So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off because we've already seen one cleaning.
Okay.
We don't need to see another thing.
Yep. What'd you do? Get the 175s out?
I didn't touch anything. All I did was move the boxes.
Well, where's the... Oh, there they are. Okay, I'm going to shoot one of these in the dirt. Then we'll switch out. Are you on?
Yep.
Okay, so we went over there. We cleaned it. What do we say we want to say on camera?
We had one real blue patch.
Oh, yeah, right. So it was still fouling, right. It was still fouling.
Cleaned a lot quicker.
It's progressing, right. It's getting better. So, and she looked at those targets. The groups look just the same. And that's with 150s and 175s. I'm going to put another one in the dirt down there with the whatever we just shot. And then I'm going to switch over to this box right here. Oh, historically, we have had good luck with this. This used to be a Walmart, and you notice these are factory seconds. But that 175 grain soft point, sometimes we actually get good groups out of that. So we'll go to that next, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the dirt. And then I have the hand loads.
Hold on.
All right, here we go. Cover up, everybody. All right, so same thing. I'll bust a rock on that hill down there behind the box. There's another one right above the one I broke. By the way, that one I broke totally vaporized. It's gone. And it was bigger than a softball. This one's a little bit smaller. Wow. It's completely gone. It's not even there. 2875. All right. So that's pretty cool. Here, Vicky, put these away. I don't have time for that. All right, here we go. Some of these have been shot. So these are 175s. Here, let's fix the chronograph. All right, 1 to 100. Okay. It's funny, point of impact has been the same for all of these. It's shooting right to the same place. 2817. That was slower.
What?
You see that? Do you look through the spot and
I
stuff?
know. That's
Holy
in the
shoot.
same hole. There's the.
You know what? Give her that camera. She better run down there and run this camera down. I just want you to show them that. Holy cow!
That is something else. Literally same hole.
Holy cow. We have it on camera too. Holy cow.
So, can you tell 2 went through?
Not hardly.
So I don't know if you guys, a lot of times we don't put this up, but Wilson asked us to. We do if we go out and there's a whole bunch of people shooting. But this is my Kawa. I think this is an 883 or 885. I think that's 88 millimeter objective. It's 25 to 60. Still to this day, I bought this like 5 years ago. Kawa is always, or Kowa, Kowa. It's when they rate them, it is always #1 or #2. Always. It beats Swarovski, Leica. I mean, it's an amazing thing. So we're looking through here, and I can barely tell that hole is slightly bigger than the bullet diameter.
Well,
go ahead. He said
I was watching it when you shot, and nothing changed. I thought either it went through the same hole, which was most likely with your guns, or something very bad happened. So
yeah,
we'll find out.
Now, of course, here's the issue. I got to sit down with factory ammo and try to put another one right through that exact hole. That one went 28.53. So that was amazing. This is the whole beauty, by the way, and it probably I will not be able to put the third one right through that hole.
The odds of that, yeah.
Right, it's low, especially not having hand loads. But it was this that drove me into this business. It was the whole idea of all the bullets going through the same hole, where you have to look and you got to say, now did 2 go through there, or did 5 go through there?
If you do this,
oh no, yeah, immortal.
Are you gonna retire?
Yeah, maybe.
This might be the last gun ever.
It could be. It's possible.
So there's a 308 that is not a customer's gun, but then that might be the end of the story.
Right, we have to use the word inventory. Right, that 308 will probably, we'll see. But, you know, then, here's the thing. You see, this is just a little gun, right? Yeah. It's a light little gun. This setup, is it better than shooting off a pillow on the hood of the truck? Yes. But this is not close to ideal, to try to put all the bullets through the same hole. I need more stock width and stuff. And that's why that, you know, the HTG, that's a hunting gun, right? When you get to the A3, which is what that is, you have a wider forearm. It handles better. By the time you get to an A5, it handles way better. And then by the time you get to, you know, those big guns we had out there, that was a A6-7 bag rider. Well, they just put them all in one hole, literally in one hole, with a sporter weight gun is very hard to do.
Because those guns you're talking about, they were 2.5 times the weight.
Right. It's not just the weight either.
Right.
It's the way it handles.
Right.
Because it wants to torque. See
Sure.
how easily this rolls in here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not... When hunting guns shoot one hole, is it cool? Yes. But you got to realize, they're hunting guns. They're not bench rest guns. Right? You don't go to a bench rest match with a gun like this, even if it's capable of one hole.
I say you might be able to with this one.
Maybe. We'll see. Can't get too excited just because of 2 through one hole, but here we go. Look, here, Wilson. So, you have 3 magic shells here to choose from, Wilson.
Whoa.
Pick the one that'll go through one hole. That's the exact one I was gonna pick too. This is it. Here we go.
Go to work, baby.
Right through one hole. You know, my bags, we got to let some of that sand out of them bags. All right, here we go.
Touching.
Wow! Do you see it?
Yeah.
So, no, it didn't go through the exact same hole, but it's, I don't know, 3/10 of an inch?
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. All right, I'm not messing that up by shooting 5. That is a dang small group. 28.62. So this is interesting also. There's stuff to be learned here. So we have 2 through the exact same hole, and then that one almost. But here's the chronograph numbers. 28.17, 28.53, 28.62. So that's a fairly large spread, but yet look, they're all touching. So, of course, it's 100 yards. You realize where velocity numbers, uniform chronograph numbers, extreme spreads become very important is at long range. Because the further it goes out there, if one's going slower and one's going faster, they can't go to the same point because they're going different speeds, right? But at 100 yards, anyways, you might notice, remember I said sometimes we have really good luck with this?
I mean, blue box, that's
right,
about
blue box,
inexpensive 7
Walmart
mag you
ammo.
can get.
And by the way, Wilson, it was this one.
Oh,
that was the one that would have went through one hole. You totally screwed it up. All right. Anyways, that's pretty amazing. We're going to stop and clean it again.
Hi.
Let's see what it is. We still got 2 hours and half a battery. All right, come on.
Bye. Bye.